The Quiet Art of Thriving at 94, 6 Everyday Secrets to a Life of Vitality and Independence. Imagine for a moment a life lived with vigor well into your 90s. Picture a 94-year-old man, Arthur, as we'll call him, whose eyes still sparkle with keen awareness, who confidently grips the steering wheel on his way to the local market, and whose encounters with illness are so infrequent they're almost legendary. It might sound like an extraordinary stroke of genetic luck, but what if the true elixir of his enduring vitality lies not in rare genes, but in a tapestry of simple, consistent daily choices? Choices that most of us overlook, yet which meticulously support not just the body, but the mind, daily rhythm, and spirit. This isn't a tale of fleeting fads, expensive regimens, or extreme measures. Instead, it's an exploration of 6 foundational habits that Arthur has woven into the fabric of his everyday life, demonstrating how small, steady actions can culminate in remarkable long-term health and sharpness. If you value your independence, aspire to maintain a keen mind, and dream of a future where age doesn't dictate decline, then these time-honored practices are worthy of your closest attention. For sometimes, the profoundest changes stem not from doing more, but from doing the right things regularly and well. Number 1, the unwavering rhythm, mastering sleep's restorative power. One of the most potent, yet frequently underestimated, pillars of Arthur's resilience is his unwavering commitment to a consistent sleep-wake cycle. He retires at 9:30 p.m. and rises at 6 a.m. every single day without fail, weekends and holidays included. This isn't merely about logging enough hours of sleep. It's about meticulously training his body's internal clock, or circadian rhythm, to function with peak efficiency. Why is this important? Our bodies thrive on predictability. A steady sleep schedule governs a symphony of physiological processes: hormone release like melatonin for sleep and cortisol for waking, digestion, immune response, and even mental clarity. When your body anticipates rest and activity, it operates smoothly, reducing daytime fatigue, stabilizing mood, and strengthening its defenses. Arthur doesn't need an alarm. His body, finely tuned over decades, simply knows. Contrast this with so many who, even in their 60s or 70s, endure restless nights and groggy days, often because their erratic schedules leave their internal clocks perpetually confused. Consider Harold, 78, who once felt perpetually sluggish, watching late-night television and sleeping in. Skeptical at first, he adopted a strict sleep routine on his doctor's advice. Within 2 weeks, he reported waking refreshed, moving with greater ease, and no longer needing afternoon naps. "I didn't change anything else," he remarked, "just the clock." This foundational habit, requiring no special equipment, sets the stage for a day of vitality. By honoring your body's natural rhythm, you provide the bedrock upon which all other aspects of health can flourish. Number 2, the gentle awakening. Morning movement as a daily ritual. Each morning, before any other activity, Arthur dedicates a few minutes to gentle, intentional movement. This isn't a strenuous workout, but a quiet ritual of stretches and motions designed to awaken his body, lubricate his joints, and stimulate circulation. Seated on his bed's edge, he might roll his shoulders, circle his ankles, flex his hands, and gently lift each leg. Standing slowly, he'll stretch his arms overhead and reach mindfully from side to side. What are the consequences of this simple act? This brief, consistent practice is a cornerstone of his continued mobility, balance, and ability to navigate stairs and daily life with confidence. Medical insight confirms what Arthur intuited. Morning mobility helps prevent stiffness, eases the chronic aches that can settle overnight, and significantly reduces the risk of falls, a major concern for older adults. It's a signal to his muscles and joints. It's time to wake up and engage. This isn't about pushing limits. It's about readiness, like warming up an engine on a cold day. Martha, 80, used to begin her mornings feeling stiff and hunched. Inspired by similar principles, she incorporated just 5 minutes of slow arm swings, gentle chair-assisted squats, and toe raises. Within a month, she marveled that her knees felt 10 years younger, and her posture had improved. Arthur's pre-breakfast ritual ensures his limbs cooperate, his balance remains strong, and his confidence in his physical capabilities endures. If you seek to protect your freedom and comfort, these first few minutes of gentle, respectful movement can profoundly influence the flow of your entire day. Number 3, the wisdom of simplicity, nourishment through real, familiar foods. Arthur's enduring health is also nourished by his dietary philosophy: simple, familiar, homemade meals crafted from basic, whole ingredients. He doesn't chase diet fads or rely on supplements. Instead, he consumes real food at consistent times, mirroring the eating patterns of a lifetime. The result? Robust digestion, stable weight, and sustained energy levels that elude many others. His typical day includes a light breakfast of eggs or oatmeal, a small lunch like soup or a vegetable-rich sandwich, and a modest dinner, perhaps grilled fish, cooked greens, and a baked sweet potato. He drinks ample water, enjoys fruit after lunch, and reserves sweets for special occasions. This approach keeps his blood sugar stable, his digestive system calm, and his immune system resilient. Why is this important as we age? Our bodies often become less tolerant of complex, heavy, or highly processed foods. Large portions can overburden the system. Conversely, meals built from recognizable, whole ingredients allow the body to extract nutrients efficiently without undue stress. Walter, 82, experienced this firsthand. After months of fatigue and indigestion fueled by convenience foods and erratic eating, he switched to a simpler, predictable meal plan. In less than 2 weeks, his sleep improved, his digestion settled, and his afternoon slumps vanished. Turns out I wasn't tired, he reflected. I was just overloaded. Consistency in meals allows the body to regulate hunger and fullness cues accurately, avoiding the energy spikes and crashes that can be so depleting. It also reduces decision fatigue. A repertoire of simple, enjoyable, and easily digestible meals forms a sustainable foundation for long-term energy. Longevity isn't built on exotic ingredients, but on steady, mindful nourishment. 4. The drive of direction. Daily purpose through intentional movement. Rain or shine, Arthur ensures he either drives or walks somewhere with a specific purpose. Whether it's a trip to the grocery store, the post office, or a short walk to greet a neighbor, this isn't just about physical activity. It's about embedding a reason for movement into his day, giving it shape, energy, and meaning. There's a profound difference between aimless pacing and purposeful mobility. Having a destination sharpens focus, strengthens posture, and aligns body, brain, and spirit with the message, I am still an active participant in the world. Research underscores this. Older adults with daily destinations, however modest, tend to move more confidently, maintain quicker reflexes, and report better moods and memory. Why the emphasis on purpose? Movement becomes meaningful participation, not just exercise. Helen, 85, no longer drives, but every morning she walks 3 blocks with her small cart to buy a single apple. The apple's just the excuse, she confides. The walk is the real goal. It gives her day structure and intention. Arthur, still driving, keeps a list of small errands, a bank stop, a library visit, checking on a friend. On non-driving days, he walks his block with the same focused intent. This kind of movement doesn't need to be fast or long. It needs to matter. When your steps have meaning, your days do too. Giving yourself a destination, however small, is a powerful way to fuel both physical and mental vitality. 5. The lifeline of connection. Nurturing bonds in small daily doses. Arthur never skips human connection. Every day, he makes a point to talk to someone, a neighbor, a family member, the friendly clerk at his local pharmacy. These interactions may be brief, not necessarily deep, but they are always genuine. A warm hello, a shared chuckle, a quick update. These small social vitamins keep him feeling engaged, seen, and emotionally nourished. We often assume social connection requires large gatherings or lengthy conversations. However, studies suggest it's the frequency of connection that often matters more than the duration or scale. A 5-minute exchange can elevate mood, lower stress hormones, and even contribute to reducing the risk of cognitive decline. Conversely, loneliness can weaken the immune system, disrupt sleep, and increase inflammation. Arthur maintains regular touch points, a nightly call to his daughter, even just to say, I'm still here, a chat with his neighbor while taking out the trash. These create an emotional routine, a thread of belonging that supports him profoundly. Gloria, 86, living alone, felt isolation creeping in. She adopted a new rule: talk to one person a day. She started waving on her walks, calling old friends, and chatting with cashiers. Over time, she laughed more, worried less, and even had fewer headaches. Turns out, she said, we were built to be heard. Daily connection grounds you and reminds you that you matter. Especially as we age, these small, steady threads can be among the most powerful elixirs for our overall health. 6. The engaged mind. Gentle stimulation for lasting sharpness. Every evening before bed, Arthur dedicates a few minutes to mental engagement. Reading, working on a puzzle, or simply thinking through something that piques his curiosity. He does this not merely for entertainment, but but from a deep-seated belief that a curious, active mind is integral to keeping his whole self vibrant. Medical professionals agree consistent mental activity, especially in a calm, focused setting, is highly protective for the aging brain. Arthur might flip through the newspaper, reread a beloved passage from a book, or try a new word puzzle. Sometimes he jots down brief notes about his day or things he wants to remember. These small acts keep him mentally agile and reinforce a sense of daily structure and value. What are the benefits of this pre-sleep ritual? Gentle, intentional mental stimulation before sleep can help organize the brain, reinforce memory pathways, and potentially slow cognitive decline. It creates a cognitive bridge from one day to the next, allowing the brain to process experiences. George, 89, began playing a simple memory card game each night. It's silly, he admitted, but I can feel my brain clicking back on. Within a month, he noticed improved recall for appointments and names. Arthur finds it helps him sleep more soundly, too. If I think before bed, he says, I rest more calmly. I feel like the day had meaning, and that's something no pill can give you. To protect your memory and maintain mental clarity, consider adding a small, intentional moment of cognitive engagement to your evenings. It doesn't need to be arduous, it just needs to be yours. The enduring power of quiet consistency. As we reflect on Arthur's 6 daily habits, a clear pattern emerges. None are revolutionary, expensive, or demand superhuman effort. Yet woven together, they create a life imbued with steadiness, clarity, and remarkable strength. A consistent sleep schedule, gentle morning movement, simple whole foods, purposeful daily outings, regular small connections, and focused mental engagement. What truly stands out is not just the habits themselves, but the unwavering commitment to them, the quiet discipline, the intrinsic belief that every day holds value. This is the essence of his enduring health. Not luck, not magic, but consistent, thoughtful care for his mind, body, and his place in the world. Perhaps this is the most profound lesson. Aging well isn't about chasing the latest fleeting trend or miracle cure. It's about respecting the fundamentals, sticking to what truly nourishes and sustains, and trusting that small, consistent actions, even those that seem insignificant in isolation, can powerfully shape the trajectory of your health, your clarity, and your independence. If you find yourself in your 60s, 70s, 80s, or beyond, wondering how to cultivate a more vibrant future, start here. Choose one habit. Embrace one quiet decision to show up for your body and mind, today and every day. The art of thriving is often found in the simplicity of doing the right things, with quiet dedication, one day at a time.